Good morning. Okay, yesterday we talked about persona and audience in terms of the frog prints. We also talked about some grading guidelines and reminders so that way you can make sure you're making the best choices for yourself in terms of the progress you want to make in our class. So today in our Zoom meetings, we're going to spend some time talking about just different ideas that we've generated for persona and for audience in terms of the frog prints, and then potentially what evidence do we have that supports our assertions. So that might be helpful today in bouncing around some ideas with maybe some of your peers about how they're interpreting the different information that they're choosing to put in their charts. And then we're going to move on into purpose and exigence today. So if you click on this link, all it's going to do is take you right back to the assignment from yesterday, so you don't have to fish through all of the different folders, but you could always open up your Google Drive and it should be in your recent documents file. So either way, I just know it's kind of annoying to have to go back into folders all the time. Okay, so we're moving into purpose and exigence. And purpose, if you go back into your drive, you should have made a copy of the strong purpose verbs that we talked about last week. And so that might be beneficial to have open in a new tab while you're looking at your response that you want to record here. So your purpose is what the writer hopes to accomplish within the text. And so John Skeska's pretty creative about the way that he approaches this story. And so looking at those different verbs, you might want to look at what action he's hoping people will take as a result of reading this story. So again, it should be to plus some sort of verb, some strong verb, and then your clarifying explanation. And again, it wouldn't hurt to find evidence there, despite the fact that I'm not asking for it, but ultimately to make sure that what you're conveying is accurate and provable or defensible. And then the last thing is what inspired, stimulated, provoked, or prompted the writer to create this text. And remember that motivating force is usually something based on emotion. So what is the reasons behind this action? And this is an emotional story, right? The emotions between the prince and the princess are very distinct. And so when you're thinking about that for purpose, remember that exigence is like the purpose for the purpose, right? So what is the writer hoping to accomplish? But why did the writer come to that in the first place? Okay, so work through purpose and exigence, and then tomorrow we'll wrap up our conversations about introductory paragraphs. So those of you that are submitting it, I am going through and unsubmitting it for you because we're not ready to submit yet. We haven't had an opportunity to go through every single thing, and I want to make sure that you're maximizing your potential in this class rather than just turning something in absentmindedly because you think you have to. So remember, this PAPE chart is not due until tomorrow, so I shouldn't see anybody turning it in today because we have yet to discuss that introductory paragraph. Okay, we're continuing on with conferences. If you've missed your conference this week, I have emailed you. And so once you miss 2 conferences in a row, then I call home to make sure what's going on because you should be available during our class period. So if something's going on where you're not available, I need that communication. And if not, like I said, I'll just keep bugging you until you reach out to me and let me know how you're doing and check in with me because those persona projects will not be released. Those grades will not be released to you unless you've met with me via Zoom this week. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to meeting with you guys today during conferences and hearing what you guys come up with. Take care.